Hi guys, it's Nick from Let's Chat, and in this video today I'm going to review my round 19 footy tips, and I'm also going to do my round 20 footy tips. So let's get underway everyone. So this week I've got a perfect 9 out of 9 tips. Yes! Yes! I finally got a 9 out of 9 tips in a weekend of footy. For the first time since round 23, 2020. Wow, I can't believe I've got a 9 out of 9. It was a pretty easy week to tip, although there were a few close matches, but I'm just so glad I got a 9 out of 9 this season. So now I'm going to do my round 20 footy tips, and the first match of the week is on a Friday night, a blockbuster between Collingwood and Carlton. Both teams were winners last week. Collingwood had a 2-point nail-biting win against Port Adelaide, and Carlton had a comfortable 71-point win over West Coast. Charlie Curnow kicking a career-high 10 goals. Yes! Go Blues! 5 in a row. Carlton have got their 5th win in a row. They achieved that for the first time since 2000. So 23 long years since they've won 5 consecutive matches. And they're all been at least 50 points or more. So that's a good sign for Carlton. So this is going to be a tight game, I reckon, though. But I'm hoping Carlton can go for their 6th consecutive win. And I reckon they're going to win in a close one by 8 points. So the next game is between Geelong and Fremantle. Both teams were losers last week. Geelong had a not really bit disappointing loss because it was expected. They lost against Brisbane by around 11, 12 points, something like that. And Fremantle had an expected loss against Sydney. So I reckon Geelong will bounce back here because it's at their home ground, and I reckon they'll win by 23 points, Geelong. So the next game is between the Western Bulldogs and GWS. Both teams were winners last week. The Bulldogs had a comfortable 41-point win over Essendon, and GWS had a comfortable 50 to 60-point win over Gold Coast Suns. It was around 50 to 60 points, something like that. Sorry if I'm wrong. So this is going to be a close match because both teams are eyeing for a final spot, and GWS, surprisingly, they've won 6 games on the trot, and they were meant to be near the bottom of the ladder this year, but somehow they've surprised everyone in the competition that they're not that bad. So, but since it's at Mars in Ballarat, I reckon the Bulldogs will get it done, but only just though, in a nail-biter. I reckon the Bulldogs will win by 4 points. So the next game is between the Gold Coast Suns and the Brisbane Lions at Heritage Bank Stadium, the second Q clash of the year. The Suns, they had a bit of a disappointing loss against GWS, like it was expected, and Brisbane, they had a gutsy 2-goal win over Geelong. So Brisbane, you'd think they should win this, and I'm going to tip them by 35 points. So the next match is between Essendon and Sydney at Marvel Stadium on a Saturday night. Essendon had a 41-point loss against the Bulldogs, and Sydney had a comfortable win over the Dockers. So I'm going to tip Sydney in a nail-biting contest here. I'm going to tip them to win by 1 point, a singular point. So the next match is between Adelaide and Port Adelaide, the second showdown of the year. Adelaide are coming off a 4-point defeat over Melbourne, and Port Adelaide are coming off a 2-point defeat over Collingwood. So both teams were unlucky to not get the win on the weekend, but one of them should make amends, and I reckon it will be Port Adelaide because they've lost their last 2 matches, and I reckon they'll come back firing and win this contest, and I reckon they'll win by 25 points. So the next match is between Hawthorn and St Kilda at Marvel Stadium. St Kilda had a gutsy 8-point win over North Melbourne and Hawthorn, well, they had another loss on the weekend. This time it was against Richmond. Like, Hawthorn should have beaten Richmond, but they choked a 36-point lead, and I don't know how they did it. They really should have won. But yeah, Hawthorn are showing promising signs, but you can't let go big leads like that if you're Hawthorn. So in this game, I'm going to tip St Kilda to win by 11 points. So the next game is between Richmond and Melbourne at the MCG on the Sunday afternoon. Both teams had nail-biting wins on the weekend. Richmond had a 1-point win over the Hawks. They came from 36 points down late in the third quarter. That was unbelievable. And Melbourne, they had a 4-point win over Adelaide. They only just got up because Adelaide were coming. In this game, I'm going to tip Melbourne to win by 13 points. So the last match is between West Coast and North Melbourne at Optus Stadium on the Sunday afternoon. West Coast, they had another horrible loss, this time against Carlton. And North Melbourne, well, they held in there for most of the game against St Kilda, falling short by 7 or 8 points. So I reckon North Melbourne might win this one. They might finally get their third win of the season. And I'm going to tip them to win by 7 points. So thank you all for watching this video, guys. Please like, comment and subscribe. And I'll see you all in the next video. Catch you guys.